a lot of pieces that we have to tackle, individually, not just percussion. Some of the parts can be really tough. So I would like to talk a little bit about how do we practice that? How do we practice a tough piece? So here's my personal practice habit. So I never rehearse from the beginning. I never practice stuff from the top. I guess it's the same as how you study. You take the hardest subject first. So I always pick the hardest spot first. I'm sure most of you also do stuff like that. So one of the most hardest part for this piece is when it's during the first movement. Anyone from Penang here? Does that sound like Penang at all? Anything of the Penang? Third movement? No? No. So the first movement when we have the 5-8. Yeah. So everyone has that part. So why not kill two birds with one stone? So if you ever play that with your ensemble, or any pieces that require everyone to play in unison, practice it together. You kill a lot of time. So that's one way how we tackle that spot. And yeah, next thing I would like to talk about is as a percussionist, or just in general as a musician, we always have a bad practicing habit. So this piece that you just heard, first movement and third movement, a lot of rapid notes, a lot of fast notes. So when we practice fast notes, we like to do this. For example, I'm just going to grab. If I were to practice my C major scale, I'll just do. So how many bad practices already just happened? Probably about 8 times. So it's a lot of us has these small arts at the back of our head that videotapes what we practice in a practice room. And when we go to performance, that guy is actually going to display what you just practiced. So if you have bad practice habits during performance, chances are you're going to hit the wrong note. So repetition practice is good, but do the right notes. For example, if I would ever, C major, C, D, E, F, G, if I ever hit an A for my last note, 8 times out of 10, chances are only 11 times I'm going to hit the A note. So what do I do, and how do I advise people? Okay, if you have a fast passage, don't even bother touching the instrument. Look at the notes, visualize it. If my B flat, I have to hit the left hand, so I visualize my left hand moving there. So when I actually go to the instrument, I can do it instantly. And I was in sailing team during my secondary school. So what happened was that during bad weather we are not allowed to go out to sea. So we have to practice sailing mentally. It works for any sport, So how do we do that? We have to imagine, okay, the wind is blowing straight. Now we have to sail a broad ridge. Broad ridge means wind coming here. We have to sail that way. And we have to imagine some circumstances, what happens if these boats come here, what our protocol, what do we have to do, leeward or windward. So exactly the same thing for percussion. You can always practice mentally, and mental practice is the best way of practice because the notes will stick to you longer than physically standing on the melody and playing. Oh, look at the guys already. Good night. Oh, good night, cool.